Let's move on to immigration now. It's seen as one of the key issues in the general election, but just how significant has immigration been here in the North Eastern Cumbria, Richard, since 2010?
Well, we've always been in this region in England, we've always been the region in England with the lowest proportion of people born overseas, and that remains the case. The latest estimates suggest the percentage of the North East population born abroad, 6%, lower in Cumbria, 4%. But there has been a significant rise. Since 2011, one estimate puts the increase in the North East migrant population at 20%. Now, over that period, that's a faster percentage rise than any part of mainland UK. More than half of those people arriving from the European Union. And the question, I suppose, is it vital for our economy for people to have migrants coming in? Could the arrival of unskilled workers drive down wages? And what, if any, impact is there on our public services?
OK, well, let's take this question now from Tomasz Fladro from Crook in County Durham. Tomasz, I believe you work in IT. You recently became a British citizen. Yes. What's your question?
Yes, that's correct. My question is, I think political parties are picking on legal immigration. Why do you think legal immigration is a problem?
OK, this one for Philip Broughton, I think, from UKIP.
Yes, well, I think illegal immigration is a problem, because people coming here should be coming here in the proper ways, in the proper channels. And I think the point about immigration is it's got to be controlled. Now, what we're saying in UKIP is we're not against immigration. It's got to be controlled immigration. So that means we have to have the Australian points-based system, which it treats everyone the same for Europe and for the rest of the world, for everybody. Because currently we have a two-tier immigration system. If you come from Europe, you're automatically in. If you come from India or America or anywhere else in the world, you've got to go through the points-based system. We're saying let's have the points-based visa system for everyone, treat everyone the same, everyone fairly, everyone equally, and judge each individual by their own skills and talents, and a limit of between 20 and 50,000. That is controlled immigration.
Guy Opperman, possible?
Well, like Tomasz, I am a descendant of immigrants. Opperman is not a very British name. It's a lot more Saxon than it is British. So I welcome you, and I think you have chosen the right route because you clearly are bright and you've gone down the right route to get British residency and then British status here. We, at the same time as we accept the brightest and the best, and we need to be in a position that we have a greater degree of control. So we have shut some of the bogus colleges, we have reduced outside of EU immigration, and generally we've introduced exit checks at airports.
OK, well, Julie, here's your chance now to
net immigration's gone up under this government. It's higher now than it was in 2010.
Yeah, they're both as bad as each other.
That's why there is no point in setting artificial limits. We have plans to introduce 1,000 new border guards to know who is in the country, who is coming in and who is going out, because that's the only way you can really know what's going on. But we welcome, in the EU there is free movement, and we welcome that. As many people travel abroad, go and live abroad for a while in this region, over many years, a lot of people have worked in Holland, Germany, in engineering. A lot of people have done that. Do we want to stop that as well?
If I may ask our voters in the audience, have we lost control of the numbers of people coming into this country? Gentleman in the middle with the black T-shirt, black shirt. Yes.
I don't think we have lost control at all. The European Union, I know we're not talking about Europe as such, but the European Union is based on three principles: free movement of capital, free movement of goods, and free movement of people. And for as long as we're part of that, which I think is a thoroughly good thing for this country, we have to accept that European citizens have the right to come here, just as we have the right to go and work in Europe. And as a matter of fact, more Britons abroad get paid more in benefits by other European countries than other European countries get in benefits in this country. So we're benefiting, actually, from that. Our economy is totally dependent on immigrant labour. The Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development, the OECD, which is a major global think tank, released a report last year in which they made it clear that, in their view, Europe would need to accept 1 million immigrants a year for the next 50 years.
If I may
so just
take
get used
another
to
comment. Thank you very much. Another comment from the man in the tash with the grey jacket, middle there. Yes, sir.
Yes, can I speak for the Cumbrian tourist sector? 2.4 billion pounds, 15 million visitors. We rely on Eastern Europeans. I employ 25% of my workforce are Eastern Europeans. They're hard-working, they're dedicated, they're committed. They don't intend to stay all their lives, but they do contribute to the economy. They're never sick. They're fantastic workers. They're a real beacon of a workforce. And I can't understand why UKIP have such a strange idea about immigration and the positive idea that immigrants bring to this country.
If I can, yes, Helen Flynn, yes.
I think you're absolutely spot on. In my constituency, Harrogate and Knaresborough, the issue I have, where we don't have an issue with immigration at all, in fact, the only issue that comes up is from the hotel and hospitality trade, who say that they rely, 65% of the employees come from Eastern Europe and other places, so it's absolutely essential, actually, to our economy in Harrogate and Knaresborough. But I find it quite odd. We've spent the first however many minutes of this debate, and a lot of the focus has been on skills, the fact that we have skills shortages. Where are we going to get them from? You know, the person who's training to be a GP. You know, we need to import people, to have people come to the country who do have these skills to fill the gaps in our economy. And at the same time, there's lots of low-skilled jobs that no one in our country wants to do. So, you know, it's a fact. We know that the immigration is a net benefit, as the gentleman was saying.
Jill Perry, do you disagree with that?
No, I mean, we'd absolutely say that we champion the free movement of people within Europe. It provides great opportunities for our young people and for our elderly who want to retire to somewhere warmer as well. It provides a fantastic workforce in skilled and in unskilled work. So it's a thing to be championed. And I'd just like to say that we would also really support the government doing its fair share to take in some of those so desperate people who are risking their lives in the Mediterranean at the moment.
Thank you very much. Well, yeah.